Hello, making another video on Miners Haven. I am extremely disappointed in the progress that they've been making, and I am sad to say this, but we may not be seeing Third Sacrifice to maybe late summer or even fall. Now, why is this such a big issue? As someone who generally likes playing the game and has had fun, I'm running out of stuff to even do in this game. This game is basically turning into, why am I even still rejoining this at this point? Honestly, I'm surprised that I'm still seeing some of these numbers get fucking higher and higher every time I come on. But I'm also not at the same time. Because not only are they within their own struggles of trying to keep the top place, but there's not much for other players to do when I'm pretty sure that a good majority of these people have macroed in the game to just rebirth instantly. I wouldn't doubt that they just left their PC running, and yeah, they just got free basically lives without even really doing any real issues because they set up a nice little script to do it for them. Now, if I were to try to claim top spot to like show off my name, show off all my stuff, that's hard to do now. Like, you have to actually like play this like every single day for like a month straight, and I can't do that. And I'm gonna be putting together a new PC here soon. I'm gonna be going home from school this Tuesday, and you won't be seeing too much content from me. I'm gonna be working a lot, picking up a shit ton of extra hours and shifts, just because I want to try to put together a decent PC. And it's going to be having a 3060 Ti, 32 gigs of RAM. I'm going to try to get the fastest RAM I can get. I'm going to probably try to get a Ryzen Threadripper. That's for like a decent price. I'm going to see if I can't get one. And yeah. I might try to get a secondhand case, if anything. And if I can get like a secondhand graphics card, I'll try to go for that too, if I can. That's cheaper. I'll like keep an eye out for gaming, and I'll try to get some decent secondhand components. Therefore, I can have a decent PC for cheaper. But yeah, this game is turning into a laughing stock for it being what it is. Now, if you're in the Miners Haven Discord and you occasionally look at Miners Haven leaks, you're going to be very disappointed in what you see. I definitely was. So let's just bring it over here. Sorry, I'm just in my own Discord at the moment with usually with my friends. I haven't slept in a while. Yeah. So yeah. This is what I last showed. And this is it. They have been working on... Wait. I have the artifact that speeds up unboxing time? What? Okay. Anyways. Yeah. They've been working on UI for boxes. For boxes. We don't want to see this. We don't care about this. Boxes are not the main point of the game. They are in early, but once you get to late, you're just going like, oh, yeah, I just have a couple million boxes. What do you want to do about it? It's a laughing stock. That was what they showed. Was boxes. They're working on the UI for boxes. Not anything else. Nothing really too big. It's small, pathetic shit the community doesn't really care about that they're working on. Now, the Lucky Clovers, good on you. Very easy to do. That's a simple tweak where it just shows your when you open a box, let's say a Spectral box, it just shows a actual little bar right down here that says how many like clovers you have, and it'll auto swap the boxes. That's something cool. But is it necessary? No. They're working on useless shit when they should be really focusing on making this game playable for Third Sacrifice and making massive tweaks to the game on their test server. They have not done anything. Anything. They aren't even showing the test server. Like, if you want to show off the like UIs and stuff, open the like test server, show a couple of things, add a few items in there, so that way content creators will cover them and go like, wow, this is cool. Something new to show off in the game, some new content. But no, you're stuck with the same content that you've had for 3 fucking years. 3 years. Nothing new. Nothing new. They didn't even rerun the Easter event. They didn't even rerun any of the events other than Halloween. They reran last year's Halloween event, but they couldn't rerun the Easter event for like a couple of weeks so that there was content in the game for newer players to come and enjoy. You see, this player here, he's going to get to First Sacrifice and then get bored because there's nothing in the game. Exotics are not easy to get at all. You only have about like 3 or 4 that you can actually obtain right now that have actually any value. And he's going to just quit because he has nothing left to do. There's no events, there's no nothing, there's no incentive to keep playing. This person here, he's probably getting bored of the game at the end of his routes. Look at him. He's literally using this fucking mine. It's the worst mine in the game, by the way. He's not even using it properly. If he wanted to use it properly, he would raise it up more. He's not even using it properly. He's just trying to have fun. But he's running out of stuff to do. There's not much to do. People are getting really upset with this game. And there's no wonder why people are making clones of it that are better. Because they're actually updating the game. They're adding stuff to the game. They're making new stuff in the game. They're actually doing stuff that the game creators could have done years ago. And yet, Breza failed. Foxy got complacent. And then they passed it off to Talon. Talon's working with a dead game, so there's no incentive for him to rush things. I know Breza, he rushed Sacrifice 1. People loved him for it. And then Sacrifice 2. People were so excited because he had something to do. But he spaced it out for like a month or 2. That's good. Foxy brought out the Heights update. Cool. You did something good. What else did they do? Nothing. Nothing that was of major consequence to the game's lifespan, other than adding a new map because they decided to destroy the last map because they want 6 people instead of 4, and to do a instant map change, and they're trying to bring lore to this game. I don't even know why they're trying to bring lore. It's like if you like read into the lore of this game, you're going to be severely disappointed by the amount of loopholes that there are. Like, it's quite disappointing. Because, if I bring up the book... I believe, yeah, no, it's a true book of knowledge. Okay. Yeah. Who the fuck reads all of this? Who? I know, Blackie Burn did it as a meme. Did it as a joke. This is a joke. You're adding lore to a game that doesn't even matter. And guess what's gonna happen? They're completely rewriting the lore in the new update. So all the lore that they've been adding is all false. And honestly, like, they've been fucking working on useless shit for like I get the shop and the inventory. Good. That's really good. Let me bring this back up. Yep. Player shop. No, you don't really need to do this. You don't need to do this. This is useless. Adding givable items that for the shop. reworking things that were not properly modeled. That's very simple to do. Um, cool. Shiny event. Nice. No one really cares about shinies anymore. There's not enough people to play in the game that you can like show it off to. And if they do, they have a private server because they don't want to be dealing with idiots. Them working on the like page of showing things. Them working on AI that'll wander the map. Why? Why are they doing this? It's an AI. Nobody cares about it. It's Farguild. It was a meme that should have died a long time ago. And he's apparently part of the lore, but it's trash. That's what the new final upgrader is gonna look like. You're gonna be crafting a lot more, so that's gonna be fun. I love how they use the Dragon Blaster or the Railgun cannon to show that the ores are moving and they're doing special things when they're literally removing them. And I don't know. Yeah. Bad pathing, who cares? It's a pretty easy fix. Just give them specific points to walk to instead of having it try to auto-generate. That's what should have been done in the first place, but they're lazy and they made paths that like you could only walk on. Well, they made paths that the AI can see and nothing else. But eventually, I guess they moved. Oh my god, yeah. They're adding new silent soundtracks. Cool, nice. New music, but will it actually be in the game? That's the real question. Because, like, the music has been, yeah. What? Oh, no. I don't really understand. Yeah, they added new enchant. Yeah, but it's getting very disappointing to see. Like, they've barely showed anything for their work that they've been working on. Like, if you're working on items in the background and you want to keep them secrets, you're just gonna end up disappointing the community when you release Sacrifice 3 and the game's dead on arrival. You need to be showing more updates more consistently. You just start telling people, hey, this is our expected deadline for Sacrifice 3. Well, they don't have a deadline for Sacrifice 3. They haven't given themselves a public deadline for Sacrifice 3. So there's no real rush on completing the event, which is very disappointing because even at like peak time, this is not much higher. This is at 5 o'clock in the morning, by the way. 5 a.m. And there's only 407 people active. Okay, well that's not too bad. I've seen it during the day where it was at max 800 to 1,000. At max. That's giving it a good sign. But if this is your low tide or lower tides of players, you're going to be severely disappointed when you just flop on your face. There's not going to be very much that you can do. There isn't. It's getting very disappointing just to see this type of like blatant disregard for the community, for the player base. And it's kind of a slap in the face for content creators that are still waiting and hoping that this game will show its true colors and just shine. But it's not gonna. It's not going to. It's going to flop on its face super hard. Now, why is this a bad thing? If they're putting a lot of effort into this and there's no real return from them doing it, there's no player base, they don't get any more income. This just shows, as a clear example to the rest of the Roblox community, that if you wait too long to do an update, and you're a well-known creator or group of creators that have made amazing games in the past, but have stopped working on their game, you will lose your community, your follower base, and your average player base because you've gotten lazy, complacent, and not wanting to work on the content that you have done. And that goes for both stuff in real life and in Roblox, especially in Roblox. You're bringing content to children. This means that you're going to be in such a place where you have to keep on putting content out there to keep people entertained, excited, and engaged with the game. If not, you will end up killing off your entire game's player base very quickly. This game had a peak player base of, I would say, about 400,000. A month or two went by, no updates. Guess what happened? It got halved or even a quartered. Dropped down to 100K. And it kept just going down and going down more. I am very disappointed. I will keep an eye on the game, and I'll even review Third Sacrifice when it eventually comes out sometime in the future. I have no idea. But eventually when that Sacrifice 3 comes out, I'll give you guys an honest opinion of me waiting 3 years basically for this to come out. 3 years. We will have waited for a new Sacrifice, and if it's not on par with the other Sacrifices, or doesn't bring some new interesting content to it that's actually like engaging and will keep the community with the game, I'm sorry to say this, but this game is going to die. And it's not going to be very, very pretty either, because it's going to give whoever worked on this game a very bad reputation if they want to work on anything in the future. I remember that if you made anything that was used in Miners Haven or anything else Bethesda has touched with his golden fingers, you were seen as a god creator and have moved on to other titles that have much larger player bases. And yeah, it's very disappointing that we're going to see more and more creators get in this like weird niche type of game. It gets a lot of really good development. They eventually hand it off to other people because they don't want to deal with it anymore. Okay, that's pretty good. But if nothing happens, it makes you look bad, it makes the game look very bad, and it makes the creators that have worked on it even worse. Foxy, if they want to move on to another title, it's gonna be very hard, because they'll say like, "Oh, I helped Miners Haven," and they're gonna get laughed at because of the abysmal state the game is currently in, because there's zero effort being put into the game. And it's honestly saddening, because this was a game that has a lot of good and interesting features that can be worked with, and you can make some pretty cool stuff with. Like, I have made in the past like 30-second setups, like 20-second setups. There's people who have made like 15-second setups. They've went under sub 20. I'm going like, wow, that's cool. But they're hiding their setups because they don't want other people to catch up. There was this big and interesting, cool thing called a leaderboard. And if you're at top leaderboard, you're seen as basically one of the god tier players. See, it's really cool. But not anymore. No one's sharing any more information with each other. People have gotten way too tight on the information that they do share. And it's just not fun anymore. People literally have ruined the game for each other by making it super competitive. But once the game died off, there's nothing to help other content creators that are looking to get into the game, or other just players that are just come in, and they see a cool game, an interesting type of idea. I remember when I first joined, I went like, Miners Haven, what the fuck is that? And then I got hooked. I started looking at videos, trying to get better at the game. I tried doing all this stuff to get better. And then all of a sudden, I get to a point where I can't do anything. And I need to actually go and find stuff out myself. Or copy other players. Sorry, I'm yawning. I don't know why I've been doing this lately. But that's probably because I don't get out very much anymore. But yeah. It's now getting to the point where it's like, okay, what is there for me to do? What is there for me to do? Because it's getting to a point where you have nothing left to do. And that's very disappointing. That is extremely disappointing. Because a lot of games are becoming complacent, like Miners Haven, and they're not releasing a lot of content right away. If you look, Phantom Force will start losing players because there's nothing put in the game. They release a small update, put in a few new weapons, put in a few new like stuff, and guess what? The game livens up again. There's some new content. People go in, they look at it, they're like, oh, cool. Miners Haven comes along. No, they're not. It's not like that. They re-release old events. They tell people that they're re-releasing old events. People who have already completed those events, yeah, like you don't really want to play, but there's a lot of players that don't play very often or play here and there in spurts, and it's very good to rerun set events because it allows returning players to get items. Like, it's a very simple concept. You keep new players coming in, keep giving them new shit. Old players, you can let them kind of starve for a little bit. That means that they know what they're doing, and they'll usually join back when there's a spike in player base, just to see what is going on. Who knows? Maybe they want some more of a certain item. They want something else. Maybe they want something special, and that was the time to do it. But if you're not going to release a lot of content for your game, and you're just relying on people to just wait and see what happens to the game, you're going to be very disappointed. Extremely disappointed. Like, you can't do very much by yourself. You can only do so much as a group. And you need to keep on working towards making content better and keep on making more content for whatever you are making. I'm not the best one to say this because I know that I've grown a little bit complacent with the YouTube. I'm still going to school and working. I have excuses. These people are, I'm pretty sure, on Berez's payroll, or at least able to take money out of the account to get some money. Because I wouldn't just want to work on Miners Haven for free. I'd want to get paid for the amount of time that I've worked. But if they're working on it for free, just like in hopes of eventually getting a big payout in the end, they're going to be extremely disappointed. Extremely. Like it's not even a question at that point. It's just that's just kind of sad. Like I don't know. This game is becoming pretty sad and depressing. And if Talon, if you're watching this and you're listening, I really hope you're getting paid and paid well enough to try and release the update sooner, because you're running out of time. The ticking time bomb is counting down even faster by the day. Less and less people are joining sessions. I've been in sessions where it's not even worth owning a private server, because Miners Haven has dropped to such a point that Roblox has stopped giving them the premium servers with the best connections. Because if I go into settings and turn on, what is it? I believe it's like nerd mode or some shit like that, where it's like graphics mode, automatic, performance stats. Oh yes, performance stats. My ping. That shouldn't be a thing. 98, 99, almost 100 ping. I've been in other games that have better ping than this with less people, just because there's enough player base still coming into the game that they're fine. I believe if you drop below a recurring of about 1,000 players average for the day, you'll get dropped from the premium servers to like the kind of to the newer creative servers, which everyone who creates a game fights over. And you can only have so many sessions, which is understandable. But for this game, Bereza worked with Roblox to get it on the recommended page for Roblox for the longest time. And he let them down. He let them down. He had a taste of Roblox's sweet big titty breast milk. And then he let it all go to his head, going like, man, I'm such a great creator. Such a great creator. He let it go to his head. He grew complacent, hoping that he'd still get that nice titty milk. And he didn't anymore. So he stopped doing work on it. And then he eventually started doing the fucking hot potato method that a lot of content creators have been known to doing when they've run out of basically any type of drive to work on the game. They bring newer developers into the circle to work on the game for them, hopefully making it another top game. That's very hard to do now. It's very hard to do with such a very aggressive community, where now there's more and more tycoon games that are now copying either what Miners Haven has done, or the type of topics that they have covered in the past. And honestly, I don't blame them. They copied a working strategy and are now running with it. They're putting their own spins on it. They're doing their own like type of ideas. They're doing their own stuff to the game, and they're thriving. They're succeeding in this type of environment because they're not relying on a small bit of players or old returning players, but they're relying on actually showing it off to newer players, bringing them in, hooking them on the topic, and keep on doing more and more games over and over again, putting out small games that have really good topics, really good design, decent quality for the type of like lifespan that they're going to be living, and then they eventually move on to the next. And now that might be a good thing. It might be really cool, really good. You get all this really cool stuff. Well, it's now it's a joke. what Brezza has like made for himself. He made a game that was, I believe, it was the like open world game where you can create anything, and I believe eventually get money or some shit like that. I don't know. Like he tried copying some weird game that Unity was working on, or at least I believe. Oh, Core. Yeah, he tried copying what Core basically set up for themselves. That was a joke. That was a really funny joke, because it's like, what is your plan to go on after this? Nothing. Nothing at all. It's very disappointing. Like, this fucking news iPad never even moves me anymore. Like, that should send me into this into the skybox. It doesn't anymore. I don't know if it's I'm running certain things on my board over here that's getting more like health, making me heavier, but I don't know. It's very sad. It's very sad. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. I'll make some more content. If you do want to help support me in making my new computer, I'm going to be doing some more streams here. I'll be setting up a donation page soon. I believe I already have one for Twitch, but I think I can just kind of like reuse it here. So yeah, that way I can see what you guys are doing. That'll be pretty cool. That'll be really neat to do, actually. Get that set up. But yeah, hopefully everyone has a very great day. You'll be seeing some more content out of me. I might stream some tower battles later today on this channel, so you'll be really happy to see that. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys next time. Have a great day, and stay safe out there. Yeah. See you guys next time. Bye-bye!